Terima kasih Tuan Pengurusi. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Wahid Omar, Vice Chancellor Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Hamdani Saidi, Pengarah Director of the UTM Kuala Lumpur Campus. Deaf kehormat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here standing in front of you with the knowledge of who has won and who has not. And I've been given the task, together with my fellow juries, to look into the different performances or the different aspects of what the 3-minute thesis is all about. So before that, I'd like to greet you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon. So what had happened today, it's something that is very unique, that has not happened before in Malaysia. It has happened many times in Monash University. We have done it quite a few times, but to have a national 3-minute thesis for the whole of Malaysia is something that is very, very commendable, and I would like to congratulate the organizers, University Technology Malaysia. Not only they have done the job so well, but also they have invited about 10 universities coming in to participate. And not only that, to share, more importantly is to share what are the happenings within the university in Malaysia. So something that I think that I have yet to see happening at the national level, at the PhD level of achievement. So I'd like to share with you some of the deliberation that we had with my fellow juries. Before that, I think the jury's already been introduced, and I'd like to thank, I have to make sure that this is correct, Dr. Wan Abdul Rahman Jahari, bin Wan Harun from Surim. I'd like to thank also Encik Ahmad Fedri bin Yahya from TV host from Media Prima. And I'd like also to thank Associate Professor Dr. Siti Halijah binti Sharif from UITM. Without them, I don't think that I'll be able to stand in front of you to give you a fair reflection of what the 3-minute thesis is all about. I do like to acknowledge contribution of Professor Mas Putria, who have actually guided us for what this occasion is all about, but more importantly, to actually describe to all participants what is expected of you in terms of your performances. How do you have to perform in order for you to be able to achieve the aims and objectives of the 3-minute thesis? Today, we, as a jury, has gone through quite a long trip of 35 presentations, talking from drug discovery to many aspects of engineering, from Android phone to cardiothoracic or cardiology machine that are new. We also look into the creation or the invention of prosthesis, and with the application of using it or cycling, with the person being able to cycle for about 1,000 kilometers. We also like to acknowledge the effort tried to differentiate between dog and man. So we couldn't differentiate. The project is trying to see how you visualize and how you like to be able to identify different characters of the person. We also look into the champion of the middle-class Indian woman. So I think those are very a neglected area probably, as mentioned by the presenter, that the middle-class Malay woman, middle-class Chinese woman has been looked into in terms of their welfare. And here is a project at a doctorate level, looking into where do they stand, where are they going, and what are they doing. I think that was quite very interesting. And I also liked to look into the different nanoparticles that have already been created and trying to be applied, and also the nanocomposite that have been created and invented by our researcher today. So with all the presentations, we as a jury have deliberated upon, And we would like to share you some of the feedback that we already got in terms of your presentation. It meant to be very constructive, not meant to be destructive. So I think it's very important to take some of the highlights of the presentation. Firstly, we talk about slide presentation. Basically, it's all about communication. How do you communicate in the field of your expertise to a layman in the audience, whether you have able to transmit or send messages that I have achieved something in the field of my expertise for you to understand and for you to appreciate. So I think that was the main message that was given by Prof. Mas Putria this morning. In our deliberation, Padre do make a point in terms of you talking or you storytelling. Or in Malay, penyampai berita atau pembaca berita. So I think that's a very important point because all of us take it for granted. In terms of communication, as long as we have said something, we think that the message has already been passed on. That's not really true. So the job of the 3-minute thesis is for you to make effort to make that everybody in the audience appreciate and understood the achievement of what you have got for your PhD. So we do feel some of those, but I think some of you may not have achieved that yet. So that's one. The other thing is that the presentation is being done with an aid of a slide. Only one slide, no animation, no costume, no music. You and the slide and the audience. So how do you make full use of the slide? So some of the presenters do actually use the slide well in terms of referring and then systematically organize the slide in such a way that I think a lot of us in the audience are able to follow them. Some of you totally neglect your slide. You keep on talking as though there's no slide at the back. So we thought that that will not be able to aid you in terms of the understanding of what you are presenting. So we thought that the slide do play a very important role, that you are able to use the slide to aid your presentation in terms of the sequence, the flow, and also sometimes the knowledge base of what you are to offer. I think that's very important. I am quite amazed that all of you, most of you, are able, have the ability to explain some of the complexity in terms of what you do, not only in terms of nomenclature, but also in terms of terminology, in a layman's terms so that it can be understood by the audience. And I think I should congratulate all of you for doing that. I think that's well done. And I think all of us do get the gist of what you are presenting. Some are very important. Some are, we're not really sure where the findings are. And we also find that some of you do not have a title on your slide. So we're wondering what happened to the title on your slide when you are presenting. Obviously, the title would be the most important aspect of your slide. Please check back your slides. I think in any presentation, let you be the person presenting, or you're going to be a lecturer, or you're going to be a presenter, the title will be very important. So we found there are a lot of title missing from your slide presentation. So I think that's quite a key area, because the title will really guide us to know what you're going to be talking about. So if you don't have a title, then you're going to ask us to go through 3 minutes to conclude what is this topic all about. So we thought that a title would really aid us in terms of understanding what you have in mind. And then we also find some of you do take your time and know your time well, that I have 3 minutes, 180 seconds to be able to deliberate and explain well. Some of you are frightened to say that, hey, I have 3 minutes, I need to go fast in order for me to send all the messages that I have. So that also become an issue, because some of you do talk quite fast. And the jury do find some of you to be a fast talker. So maybe that's how you've been talking, so that you make that presentation as well. So at the end of the day, we have found 9 very worthy winners. The results that we got are pretty unanimous in the sense that for the marks that we have given, almost for those who deserve to be number one, do get number one in all the jury's marks that were given. So it has been very fair, and I think the results do reflect the performance, your performance today. So with that, I would like to congratulate all of you for making the effort and presenting today for the audience. So without further, finally, I would like to say this on behalf of my fellow juries. I'd like to congratulate University Technology Malaysia and the organizing committee who have done such a fantastic job in organizing this so well. So it's really fantastic. It went like clockwork that even the message that I have to send to the MC to call the next participant was very accurate. So I thought it was very good indeed. And I'd like to congratulate again UTM for a job well done. With that in mind, I'd like to conclude. I'd like to congratulate all the winners. Let it be number 1, 2, and 3. And hopefully that this trend of setting up the 3-minute thesis for Malaysia will continue from now on. Not sure whether UTM is going to be the host again for next year. But I would like to see that it's happening again in Malaysia. I'm not sure whether you want to invite the IPTS, because I'm from Monash University, so obviously I'm very private, and this is very public, you know what I mean? But I do like, we've been doing it. We are currently, as we speak, in Monash, we are fully organizing at a campus level. Monash University has 8 different campuses, so each campus needs to have a champion. And then that champion from Malaysia will be sent to Australia to compete at the university level. And then there will be a university champion in which they will compete in the Australian and New Zealand 3-minute thesis on the 2nd and the 3rd of October in Perth, in University of Western Australia. So for those Malaysian, probably we should also participate in that activity as well. With that concluding note, I'd like to thank UTM for inviting me and my fellow juries to help them out and probably to be a part of this fantastic event. And I wish you all the best. With that word, I would like to say thank you and wabillahi taufiq hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.